It has been different approaching it this time. Last time I understudied Mrs. Walker, and this time I'm playing Mrs. Walker. So I have a little more time on my hands to kind of come up with ideas to fill in the blanks for the character here and there. And I did when I was dancing and working my butt off. Like Mrs. Walker is the cake job. The ensemble track is the torture.
When she says to Tommy, you know, I want to be just like you, how can I be like you? And he says, you know, well, why would you want to be like me? It doesn't sit well with her. You know, she hears this person that she's idolized for so long, and when he's saying, oof, why do you look up to me? Don't look up to me. She gets mad. She really gets mad, and she kind of instigates once she realizes that everyone is rebelling against what he's saying. She jumps right in and becomes kind of like the ringleader of the mob that's gonna say, you know what, we're not gonna take it.
Uncle Ernie's the brother who kind of never make it. You know, he's always second line. He doesn't get the girl. He's not the war hero. He's just second in line. And he also is the one who molests Tommy, which is kind of a really heavy thing happening in this show. So he's not the nice guy.
I think it's a deeper piece than you might think if you go, oh, it's rock and roll, it's The Who. You know, it is an awakening. It's an awakening of the soul, but not just Tommy's soul. I mean, as an actor, this is a great show. It's named Tommy, but I'm playing the role of Captain Walker. So there has to be an arc for Captain Walker, you know, and there's an awakening for Captain Walker in this show. And I hope there's an awakening for everybody. And it's triggered by Tommy's, you know, journey.
I relate to him a lot. Not as far as the deaf, dumb, and blind part, but I think each of us has our moments in our days that we pull out of reality a little bit, and that's how I get to that part about him. And he holds so much inside, like throughout the show, like from everything that he experienced as a young adolescent into his teen years. And when the mirror finally smashes, it's just a release of all of that.
Is incredible. When I heard Tommy sing, I was going, wow. You know, I always studied as a tenor, and I have some pretty good, strong, high notes, at least when I was that age, but nothing like he has.
I knew he was talented because everyone in Wicked just is mind-blowingly talented, but I had no idea. In this show, I mean, any of our, you know, all of the Wicked fans here in LA that have come, and they're all familiar with Aleks, seeing him, you know, dancing around in the show, but they will be blown away. He's incredible. I've
never sang with a band behind me ever, so when they come in a couple days, I'm gonna be freaking out just a little bit, because I played like with like a piano and like a drums and like a horn section or something. I've sang with that, but to have a full band behind me singing is just going to be a totally new, like, amazing experience for me, and I just can't wait for that. You've been down this path before. Well, I was waiting at the door. This place is sacred as a temple. I'm free. I'm free. And right here, I found immortality.
I think we're all going to feel like we've just begun when it's ending, which I don't want to think about because, you know, I guess we'll all get a little bit sad if that's the case.
That's what we used to do in high school. We'd spend 3 months rehearsing and then one weekend and it would be over.
And with 17 performances, we won't get tired of the show. We'll still be discovering, too. So I guess there's that benefit. You know, you get into the 5th, 6th month and you have to really work a little harder to discover. And,
that's true, because you want it to be new every time you do it. You try to make it that way anyway.
I'm not sure Ernie's going to be exactly the same every night. And Brian doesn't even expect it to be. He's even told us many times, just I want this to be organic from what you do. And so if it's different, That's okay. I mean, obviously we're following the same framework, but the thought process that, as an actor, what's going through your head, that subtext that is going all the time, it may be different every night. And so that your reading might be a little bit different. Well, that reading is a little bit different. Maybe they're going to react a little bit different. I mean, so organically, the show might have a little bit of different flavor there.
Carrying a show like this is it's a lot of responsibility, but I think that with such a positive group of people behind you, like it's an amazing experience, and I can only have fun with it.